Hello everyone, and now we're going to make mobs in Minecraft more realistic. You'll see them further on. Let's go. Let's start with a regular pig. Here it is, running around and having a good time. Let's take it. She won't even recognize herself later. Let's start with the nose. We need to make a realistic snout for it, starting from something simple. Next, we'll create the rest of the head, attach the ears, and position everything in its place, like this. Now, let's move on to the rear part and make sure not to forget to create its tail. Great. Now let's start working on its main body. We need to make it more robust and not just a plain rectangle. The finishing touch is to add the legs. We're almost done, and then we can move on to Minecraft. How do you like it? Personally, I like it. It looks much better now. Now, let's build a mud pit for them. They love rolling around in it. We'll dig a pit and enclose it with a fence. I think it will turn out great. We've already completed half of it, and the fence will be the finishing touch to the construction. Now the pigs have their own special place for entertainment. Let's feed them and move on to the next mob. Now we've decided to take a villager. I think they look a bit weak, so we're going to make them much better. Even when they don't want to trade with me, let's move on then. We'll start with the face. We've made their forehead larger, and now let's move on to their mustache, eyebrows, and nose, adding a few more details to the head. Now, let's work on the body. I think we should make it bulkier, so let's do that. We've given them a strong core, and now we can move on to the arms. They're going to have some powerful forearms. Just take a look. Finishing up with the legs, they'll be equally strong. Now, I suggest we move into the game. It's true. They've definitely become much bulkier, but I think they look much better than before. It seems like I won't be able to hit them for not trading with me anymore. So let's build a house for them. It will be distinct. We'll create walls, change the floor, and then add some decoration, a porch, a roof, and so on. I see the vision taking shape. There's just a bit left to finish the roof, and then we can take a look at them in their new location. They're almost as tall as the ceiling. I think our goal is accomplished. I like it. Let's move on. Don't you think the spider looks strange? We're going to fix that now. We won't completely overhaul it, but we'll accentuate some details. As always, we start with its body, just adding some more detail. So, we're essentially done with the body. One of the key features is its tail, so let's create it. The second major detail will be its mouth, which will make it look much more menacing. After that, we'll create its other legs, and then we'll move into Minecraft to see it all in action. As you can see, we've given them a slightly different shape, not straight, and I think it looks better. Here's what we've got. Let's see how it looks in the game. Run, Edison. Now these are not your ordinary Minecraft spiders. Look at how creepy they are. What do you think? Let's start building the location. I plan to create an abandoned bandit camp where they used to hold their captives. Eventually, the spiders took it over, and now they inhabit it. We'll make bookshelves, a crafting table, a furnace, and more. In the center, there will be a cage. It looks like Madison got stuck there. Let's rescue her from those spiders and see how strong they are in the process. In principle, I expected more. But what can you expect from spiders, right? You see those eyes, and you've probably already guessed who's next. I'll certainly try to escape, but as you can see, it won't help me. Let's go. We'll temporarily remove everything unnecessary and slightly tilt the body fragment. This will be its neck. Next, we'll work on the arms. They should be longer, and it should have good paws. We'll make some adjustments to the body, then move on to the arms, and finally, we'll work on its head. There's not much that needs major changes there. We'll just redraw its eyes. Let's see how it looks in the game. He's taller now. His eyes are bigger, and he does look a bit scarier, but I'm still dying the same way. I have an idea of how to build his house, but honestly, it won't be super complicated. We'll just make it a few stories high, like a tower in the end. Finishing the walls of the first floor and starting to work on the second. Wall by wall, we're completing this tower. In the end, it will be a simple tower where Endermen can hang out. All right, we're finishing up the second floor and moving on to the third. This should be enough for now. After that, we'll add the roof and the floor, and then we can move on. Did you remember to hit the like button? Oh, this place looks spooky. I wouldn't want to be here in survival mode. Just look at them. They're like the black ones from the Metro game. Who's exploding you in the cave? I think you've guessed it. He'll be our next victim. Oh, let's keep going. I have an idea to make him taller, so let's work on his legs. I believe he should be longer in general. We'll double their size and give him 4 legs. After that, we'll focus on his body. I have an idea to make it look like there's dynamite in the middle of his body. I think it will look cool. Let's make him slightly tilted. You can see how he's increased in size. And now it's dynamite time. It looks like he's swallowed it. Let's go see how it looks in the game. Now they do look much scarier, especially when they're taller than you. By the way, do they still explode the same way? You see, let's build a location for him as well. I have an idea. Let's make it an abandoned dynamite storage in a mine. It would explain why they have dynamite in the middle. We can add rails, mine carts, and of course dynamite. I wouldn't want to be there either. Now a few torches, a bed, and it's pretty much done. I think it has a nice atmosphere. What do you think? Wow, I think this place suits them well. I like it. Now let's move on to the wonderful and cute creatures that will scare them away. Yes, cats. I agree that they aren't quite realistic enough, even though they do purr nicely. To start, let's make it wider, beginning with the legs. Instead of regular sticks, we need to give it a proper paw. We'll do the same with the hind legs. Next, we'll work on its neck, as it doesn't look quite right without it. You're right. It might not seem like a huge change, but I think it does look better with the neck. Now, let's work on its tail. We'll simply make it slightly curved using 2 sticks. All right? Let's make it slightly bulkier in the body, add its ears, and I think we can move into the game. I think it looks cute. It still scares them, and now it has whiskers. Look at them run. I have an idea of what to build for them. We've decided to build a cat house for them, so they have a place to rest, climb around, and more. We'll create a few towers, connect them, and it should turn out great. You'll see the full result in the end. Now all we have left is to connect their beds, and it's pretty much done. To be honest, I'd lay there myself, not sure about you. Just look at it. I really like it. I think the cats are happy too. After all, they didn't have a place like this before. Let's summarize the results. We've created 6 realistic mobs and 6 locations for them. I'm glad you liked the creeper the most. It turned out really well. What do you think overall? Here they all stand in a row so you can evaluate them. Feel free to comment on which one turned out the best in your opinion. You can also write down any ideas you have for future videos. We're reading and seeing everything. Sometimes blowing up that mine might seem tempting, especially with all that dynamite. I think with our results, Minecraft will look different and more vibrant. Everyone is probably tired of the simple blocks. Well, we bid you farewell. Watch our videos, we put a lot of effort into them. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.